So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. More and more pressure on the ball here.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Kimmich. And it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted. Threads one in. Now it's Hazard. Rijkaard. And it's Maldini. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Van Nistelrooy receives it in a wide position. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cafu. Can he finish? Oh, it's gone in!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And here's Lukaku. And here's Ibrahimovic! It's run loose, who's going to get there? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gattuso. That is lovely. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Bouten deals with that comfortably.
Jeff Chiba really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Gattuso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played out to the left flank. Oh, nice touch. That is good strength. Opts for safety. Maldini. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Baresi. Kimmich can so cleverly bypass the press. Gattuso. And here's Lukaku. Real chance! Hazard. To Van Nistelrooy. Costa Curta. Danger averted for now. And he's forced to go back. Mitoma. And it's Gattuso. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kaka. That's a sharp pass. Valverde. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cafu. Oh, it's played into the area. And he's cleared it back out. And he's had it nicked away. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Cafu got a long way forward to join the attack. Great challenge, timed to perfection. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Turns back here, probably the best option. And they can counter here. Now it's Yamal. Can he get it through? And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yaya Toure. And he's forced to go back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now Yaya Toure. Rijkaard. And it's Yaya Toure. Now Gattuso. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Jeff Chiba would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kaka. Davids plays it through. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pass somewhat off target. That's a delicate pass. And the finish! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Maldini.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Yamal. Valverde. Looking for options for movement.
Van Nistelrooy really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Yamal. Just about up to the hour now. And he's only too happy to take that back. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And this is Ibrahimovic. Lukaku. Cafu defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Van Bouten. And it's Azar. He's in space and looking for options. And it's Kaka. And he's had a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Kaka with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Pinches it off him. Kaka has created 1 goal already. Baresi. Cafu. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Hullet. Gattuso. And this is Ibrahimovic. 75 minutes played. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Now Kaká. Yamal. He has found the way through. Lovely pass, but can he get... And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Hullet. Hullet running with the ball. And it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Kimmich. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yamal. And it's Davids. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Hazard. He's found the way through. He's chosen to go back. He's picked his way through. Gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Lukaku. And now the breakaway. Cafu. And Yamal. Cafu wriggles his way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And we're done. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Mbappe is herring after that one. Now it's Raul. And no, that was never going to make it. And here's Lukaku. Now it's Ibrahimovic. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter.
It's Raul! And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He slings it. Mbappe! He will be livid with himself. Yaya Toure. With Toma. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's decided to go. And the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Kimmich usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That ball looks a good one. Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Nice interception, well timed. Chonburi have the chance to go the other way. Saliba. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. Mitoma. Maldini. And it's Kimmich. Nicely weighted ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. It's gone out for a throw-in. That's good play. He's gone for goal.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Maicon. Now it's Raul. Caicedo. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Hullet. Gattuso. And that's a good ball. Caicedo. Raul. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Maicon. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Maicon. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And it's Messi. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Messi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Caicedo. Raul. Foot in. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. That's very neat.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And they've got rid. And smartly reclaimed. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far. And I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. It's their second corner of the game. Kimmich goes short. Chonburi are looking to go forward now. Van Bommel. Van Dijk. Now Saliba. Maicon. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Messi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Out of play for a goal kick. Messi threads one in. He's having a go. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? They've played it short. In with the challenge. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's had it taken off him. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Maldini. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they've finally cottoned on to the fact that this centre-forward is talented, highly talented.
Now it's Mbappe. There's the shot! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Maicon with the short one. Maicon. And now they can spring out of defence. A probing pass. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Kimmich plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Some really good ball movement. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Sergi. Van Bommel. Goes looking wide.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Mitoma. Distributed tidily. Hullet. Hullet drives. Takes a shot! In for the pieces! It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Pinches it off him. Kimmich. And this is Ibrahimovic. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get free.
Chonburi really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Tries to pass it through. Mbappe gets into a good position. Oh, such a clever touch.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi has it out wide and in space. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hangs one in.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Oh, that's a key interception.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And it's Messi. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Deep cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's skewed away.
Chonburi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Maicon. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Oh, that is a nice touch. And he's in on, he's having a shot! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Yeah, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So, time for a potential game changer. And we're done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Pressing high and with purpose.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
McTominay. Mitoma. Mbappe producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Gattuso. And he skips past his man. He's in plenty of space here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Goes looking wide. Robertson.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And he's forced to go back. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Gattuso.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Distributed tidily. Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gabriel attempts a clearance. Modric played into space, chips it through. Mbappe. And he's managed to get rid. Rijkaard closing in on goal. Modric. That's the keeper's ball. Mbappe is herring after that one. Now it's Neymar. McTominay. Gattuso. And it's Maldini. That's Rijkaard. Yaya Toure. Maldini. Now Yaya Toure. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here. He is just caressing the ball. Swept in. Tries to get it clear. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Lukaku. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Mbappe. Played out to the right. And this is Neymar. Flings in a big header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shot, surely!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Szoboszlai gets into a good position. He gets big! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe actually did...
And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Szoboszlai crosses it in. Hullet with the clearance. Crossed it again. Firmly met.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Opts for safety. Rijkaard. Maldini. McTominay. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's been shifted off it. Stood up well to him there. And he's got the beat. It's Lukaku! Rijkaard. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. He's gone forward. Great vision. And here's Ibrahimovic. Applies the finish! Mighty close.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Costa Curta. And that has left him in a heap. Now, who's going to be first to this? Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Lukaku. Decent chance! He's got away with one there. Yaya Toure. Mitoma. Now Gattuso. Mitoma. And it's Yaya Toure. And here's Hullet. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Played out wide. Now Mitoma. And the keeper beats it away. And they can counter here. And it's Modric. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's got tall. He's missed, but not by that far. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Lukaku. Mitoma. He's found a way past. He's picked his way through. Hangs one in. Boca Juniors choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Hullet. Number 14, Lukaku. Number 18, Metova. Coming on the field, number 15.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, this looks sharp. Look at the space here. Chance for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Kimmich goes short. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage.
Neymar! So close to drawing level.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
If they're good enough to keep the ball at this stage, it should see them through.
Looking for options for movement. I think we're just about done here. And he's decided to go for it. That's got him rattled. And the number on the board is 3. Gattuso wins the duel this time. Rijkaard. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Can he get it through? There's the delivery. McTominay getting this one clear. Ronaldinho plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's forced to go back. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Doku. And here's Ronaldinho.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that's nice. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pull it. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And here's Rafael Leao. Well read, and the danger is averted. Balde.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Ball driven towards the far post. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
And it's Ronaldinho. Scholes! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rafael Leao attempts a clearance. Not the most accurate pass. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. He won't be happy with that one. Doku bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yaya Toure. Ball played for Rijkaard. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mitoma quietly revving up. And here's Rafael Leao. Gives it back. And it's Hullet. It's a mighty effort! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That is good strength. Now it's Ronaldinho. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. It's not an especially good pass, that. And he's running through. The ball has bounced loose now. It's a throw-in. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Just eases him off the ball. He's picked his way through. Thinks about the shot. Oh, nice touch. Mbappe! Gattuso.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. No, that's been intercepted. Doku. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Koundé. And it's Rudiger. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And he gets rid in a hurry.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Koundé. Mbappe. Scholes gets into a good position. That looks a good ball through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mitoma.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
The referee's awarded a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Scholes. And it's Balde. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Threads one in. And that pass just didn't quite work. Gattuso is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Doku. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Kimmich. And he's heaved it away. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Doku. Doku charging forward, the ball at his feet. Looking for options for movement. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very...
Ronaldinho! Gattuso. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Rafinha. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rafinha. Here's Doku. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Rafinha. Very nicely done. Flashes it across. Kimmich gets it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well timed, excellent interception. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Marquinhos. Now that looks a decent ball. Chips it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Substitutions taking place.
And he's taking no chances there. He's on it, can he get away? Balde puts a cross in. McTominay clears it away. Rijkaard. Neymar. Rafinha. Header! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And it's with the keeper. Abbiati, the great organiser of defence. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
This was all about...